6 months after a fatal crash in Marin County, it's not clear if the teenage driver, one of two who survived, will face charges.
The CHP concluded its investigation into the crash that killed 4 young people. ABC 7 News iteam reporter Melanie Woodrow is in the newsroom with new developments as family members and attorneys respond to the report.
JR and Ama, it's important to remember law enforcement doesn't make charging decisions. The report is a summary of investigators' findings and a recommendation, but the decision will ultimately be up to prosecutors. And because minors are involved, it's unclear what, if anything, will be released publicly. According to a California Highway Patrol report, the teen driver of a vehicle that crashed into a tree in Marin County on April 18th at 7:25 p.m. was traveling at an unsafe speed between 60 and 65 miles per hour in a 40-mile-per-hour zone. The speed was determined by the speedometer, which the CHP says was frozen above 60 miles per hour. ABC 7 News is not naming the driver because she is a juvenile. The report was previously released to the passengers' families. Media outlets, including ABC 7 News, have since obtained it. In addition to the driver, 1 passenger survived. 4 teens died. The friends were headed to a sleepover. Charles Dresso is the attorney for the driver who was severely burned in the crash.
This is a tragedy of immeasurable proportions for everyone involved and the community.
The report states speed was an associated factor contributing to the crash due to the roadway's limited sight distance, narrow lanes, small shoulders, and forest bordering both sides. Also that the driver only had her license for 5 months and likely lacked the experience to safely handle these road conditions at a high speed. There was no evidence of intoxication, according to the report. The CHP report initially states there was no physical evidence at the crash scene to support the involvement of a second vehicle. One of the teen surviving passengers told investigators she saw bright headlights just before the crash and wasn't certain whether the driver was driving on the wrong side of the road or if another vehicle was in their lane. Later in a supplemental portion of the report, the CHP officer states, quote, "My investigative findings do not allow for a definitive conclusion regarding another vehicle's presence or its relevance to the investigation." Those statements have been troubling for Janet Upton, the aunt of Ada Kepley, one of the teens who died.
I think to second guess the 14-year-old girl in the midst of trauma and her recollection and her truth in the moment is difficult. And I don't believe she was lying or had any reason to lie.
Upton says she thinks there's a lot investigators will never know.
Nobody can speculate. Nobody can second guess. There's just simply a lack of evidence to really tell the story that night.
In its report, the CHP recommended the Marin County District Attorney's Office prosecute the driver for gross vehicular manslaughter. According to the report, the driver's mother knew she was driving passengers younger than 20 years old, which was not allowed with her provisional license.
Anything involving juveniles is confidential by law, so I can't comment on what's going on in the case, but broadly, the law enforcement reports will be sent to the prosecuting attorney's office and they'll make a confidential decision that then goes into juvenile court if they make that decision.
The Marin County District Attorney's Office is not commenting and would not release a timeline for its decision.
We're choosing to give grace in our grief.
The release of information related to a juvenile case is just going to compound the trauma to everyone involved in this. My heart goes out to everyone who's affected.
Janet Upton told me that her family supports the teen driver and recognizes that any of these teens could have been driving. The report found no issues with the vehicle itself. In the newsroom for the iteam, Melanie Woodrow, ABC 7 News.
Okay, Melanie, thank you.